we are back with Are You Seeing This? And I have Courtney or Canary once again, my co-host.
Hello.
We will also be downloading this to our Women's Knockout podcast. So if you guys are listening, hello. Sorry for the delays. I'm working on it, okay? But today we're doing something different. So we did a poll actually. I actually got like over 100, almost 200 people did the poll and wanted us to rate the women's roster. And I was like, well, let's wait until the draft is complete, and it is. So I was like, let's do it now. Like what better way to review than to like do it like this?
Exactly.
I just want to say too that I'm not a wrestler, okay? And our opinion should be taken with a grain of salt. This is just for entertainment, and we love all the wrestlers and we respect them. And there's no, hard feelings with this. We'll try to be as, honest, but as respectful as possible. Because I hate rating things. I don't know about you, Court.
I feel it just because sometimes when you rate things, it's automatically like we know the IWC like the back of our hands. So we know that like if we rate something, someone's going to take it and spin it as like, oh, well, why did you give this person this number when this person was supposed to be above them? So
yeah,
that's why we say take it with a grain of salt. These are just our opinions, not baseline facts. These are our opinions on what we see and who we like based off of skill level, skill set, anything like that.
And just as a viewer, like I said, I'm not a wrestler. I've never wrestled a day in my life. I have played other sports, but not wrestling. That was never on my radar at all. So there's still a lot of things I don't understand about it. So I'll say that too. I'm just rating as a viewer. And also like women in general, we get judged and rated all the time. So I'm going to try to make it more so about wrestling and all that, not personal and nothing more, nothing more, nothing less, or nothing less, nothing more. I think I said that backwards. All right. So let me see. I created this. Oh my gosh, it took forever, you guys. Yeah. All right. So the first one is Piper Niven. So the way that we're actually going to be grading is by stars. And we're going to give 3 stars for each category. So there's 3 categories. And it's going to be, I think it was like mic or promo skill, in-ring skill, and then overall character or like their gimmick. So like how you feel. We're going to talk about that and why we're giving them the stars that we're giving them. And then we're going to try to agree. We're going to, me and Courtney, I'm not doing no averages. We're not doing averages in math. I'm just going to try to agree and see what we can come up with here. I'll let you take the floor. What do you think about Piper?
I think overall her new character presentation is absolutely amazing. When she was, I like this character step up from Dewdrop's character, just because for me, when I first saw Piper, she was this really big force to be reckoned with in NXT UK, if I'm not mistaken. She was badass, but then when she was Dewdrop, it kind of took away from her a little bit. I think it kind of, I don't know, made her, I don't want to say dumbed down a little bit, but it made her seem like someone that she was not. So,
yeah, it was very gimmicky.
Yes, very much so.
So if we're talking about her overall character, what would you rate that out of 3 stars? I'm leaning toward, to me, I feel like there's something missing with her character work.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is because she's giving like, I don't know her background. Do you know her background? But it's kind of like this warrior type of person.
What I think WWE misses when it comes to making these warrior personas and characters, they did it really well with the Kabuki Warriors because it came from who they are in their culture and stuff like that.
Yes.
And Piper is a warrior in and of herself. Just because I see just the hate that she gets online. I've listened to her interviews and the things that she deals with. I think that they need to make her a very intense heel in order to keep purveying this Piper Niven warrior that they're doing now.
Yeah, and I wonder if her being with Chelsea right now is kind of making her villain
Yeah.
less, you know, like, yeah.
She's more of the tamer in that type of in the tag group, in her tag team. She tames Chelsea. So
Yeah.
if they want to keep conveying it correctly, I think that she needs, since they're going the route of Chelsea going after the NXT Women's Championship, and if she does win, I think that would be a perfect segue into Piper being on her own and having this really intense solo run.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we kind of are in agreement that the tag is bringing her down a bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Just
so
a little
2.
bit.
So we'll give it a 2 then. Okay. What about her promo work?
Her promo work, I think it can use a little bit of work.
Really?
Just a little bit, because we don't hear her talk that often on the mic. We hear her talk backstage a little bit more so than anything else. And even piggybacking off of what I said in her being the tamer, she's the one constantly pulling Chelsea away. So, and she's the one that's kind of be like, okay, let's get back on track here. So I think that she needs a little bit, she needs to be on the mic more.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm trying to think of
like a 1.5, 2 right now.
I'm gonna go 2, so we can settle on 2, because I'm like thinking the last time I heard her speak was when they formed the group. Like she like forced Chelsea's like, I'm your teammate, like this is it.
Yep.
So I think that was the last time I heard her, but she's definitely not shy. Like,
no,
it has nothing to do with that. So I mean, yeah, I guess we need more, I guess, time.
More. Yeah. I need to see more from her in order to keep giving her a 3. I need to see more from her personally.
Okay. And then what about the final category, her in-ring work?
Oh, her in-ring work is beautiful. So I'll give her a 3 on that one.
Yes.
In-ring work, she's great. She uses her size to her advantage. She knows that she's a little bit bigger, so she can do more, so she can throw more. She could she's the muscle basically. So that's her in-ring work is phenomenal. I love her in-ring work.
Yeah. All right. Well, then she gets a 7 out of 9 stars. And I think, what is that? I put like a star. She's a star. So to get all 9 stars, you're the GOAT. 6 to 9 is star. 3 to 6, I put leveling up, or like you're coming up type of thing. And then 0 to 3 needs improvement. Hopefully we don't get any of those. I'll feel really bad if we get any of those. I don't think we will, but I'm very nice with my ratings, I think. So I'm probably going to be like such a little punk about this. All right. All right, Chelsea Green. I was like, let's just go ahead and do hers next. Basically, we're doing SmackDown and then Raw, y'all, if you guys haven't caught the drift yet. But yeah, so Chelsea Green, she was up next.
Chelsea Green. So we're going to go character presentation first with her. Sure. She's knocked out any single character presentation they've given her. Whether, don't come for me when I say this, whether it be a dumb gimmick or whether it be like a top of the line gimmick, Chelsea Green knocks it out of the park every time with her character. Leaning into the hot mess persona that she was, even in her runs on the indies, she was phenomenal. Any character that she was given, blew it out of the water. So character presentation, I'm giving Chelsea Green a 3.
Hell yeah. She's just hilarious to me. And anytime a wrestler can make me laugh, they have stolen my heart. Like, I love it. And she's a great actress. I think she was she was an actress before this. So, or she did like stunt work or whatever, but she's just good. She's good at this. So yeah, character, hilarious. Whether people think it's the best, she reaches the audience in a way that not a lot of people can. That's something that you're born with,
Yeah.
She just has it. I don't know. All right, what about in ring?
In ring, I need to see her have longer matches. So right now we're just seeing a lot of 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute maximum matches with these women. So Triple H, I doubt you even listen to this, but if you are, please do better and give the women more time. Because NXT is blowing y'all out of the water with the time that they're giving their women, and you guys are barely giving your women any time.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give her a 2 just because I need to see more in-ring work.
Yeah. I'm giving her a 2 just because of something different. Like, obviously, I feel like they can't control booking, but obviously that does play a factor in why they don't get more time. It's so weird. It's like this ironic thing of like, if you're not on much, you're not going to get time, but it's like, well, I need time in order to get time, so I feel if she were to do something very spectacular or different in the small space of time that she has and captures the audience in a different way that no one has yet, that's what's going to boost her up. Those little moments, like when we look at Battle Royale, when she jumped out of the ring and came back in, it's not really an in-ring skill, but it's something hilarious that is going to want people to see more of you. Or Royal Rumble, when she got smushed by by Nia Jax and Piper, I think, and she like looked so silly, but she sold it. Like her selling is phenomenal. She's probably like one of the best sellers to me. But but yeah, like those are moments that really capture the audience. But I would like to see more power with her. I think she could. She's really strong and she has a nice body. She's really fit. But I would like to see something crazy in the ring. So I'm being a tough cookie. I'm gonna give her a 2. But what about promo? Oh, I love her promos.
3. She gets a 3 for her promos because whenever I see a promo, it's very much, especially with her Karen gimmick, like, I want to speak to the manager. I want to speak to the manager type thing. She made it so that way you don't hate. Like, you can't hate her as a Karen. Like, you can't.
No, you can't. Her promos are amazing. And she talks a lot because people know, like, they know. I mean, they even invite her all the time for, like, to sit and watch because they know her feedback and her reviews are just hilarious, So, yeah, she's great. Okay. Who's up next? Who is this? Oh, B-Fab.
Ooh.
Your fave. One of your faves, I feel like.
B-Fab. I love her. So character presentation, I loved each character that she was given. Even when she was in Hit Row, she was great. Even now with the Pride, I think it gives her a little bit more of an edge up. We're seeing her wrestle a little bit more. We're seeing her talk a lot more. So for character presentation, I'm going to give her a 2 just because I want to see more of it.
Ooh, I'm kind of leaning on 1. Like,
really?
I know, because I just don't know a lot about her, which is the sad part. I feel like maybe I missed her NXT run or I missed something there. So I missed out on a chapter and I really don't know about her character. The last time I seen her was Royal Rumble 23, I think. And I don't understand her character. I don't get her gimmick. Like, what is it? Like, like I don't know what her character is. Ugh.
So her character for Hit Row was basically like the female of the group. She was okay. Now that you said that, I'm like thinking like, what was her character? I think she was like more
kind of like Jada.
Yeah, I think she was supposed to be more of like a mouthpiece at one point for them because it was a hip hop group, and now she's transitioning to the Pride, which is more so of a winner take all muscle, like badass type of group. But the couple times that I did see her wrestle, because she had a match in NXT, she had a singles match. I think it was against Electra Lopez, if I'm not mistaken. She can throw down. She can fight. So that's why for in-ring, I'm going to give her a 3, just because what I have seen from her, she can do. She knocked Scarlett out during their WrestleMania match, the Philadelphia Street Fight. And just seeing what she does outside of the ring also just enforces me wanting to give her a 3 for in-ring work, because she constantly is at Natalia's dungeon, is what she calls it, the dungeon. She's constantly there. She's constantly wrestling. So I think we're going to see a lot more of B-Fab in ring. I'm giving her a 3. Character presentation, I'm going to give her a 2. And then mic work, I'm going to give her a 1 because we don't really hear from her that often.
Well, to use your logic as well with the whole, because we don't see them very often, I'm just gonna give it a 2. From what I saw, Royal Rumble 23, that's the last time I remember seeing her. Not member, remember seeing her, and she only has she seems like a striker of some sort. I've seen a few moves, but not a lot. Is very athletic. Her body is amazing. We just don't see from her. I think she got threw out by Rhea. But yeah, it's like we don't see from her. I don't understand her character, and I feel like because she doesn't get time, the audience doesn't understand her character. They don't know her background and things like that. So I'm doing 1, 2, 1. So character 1, I'm not saying that she's not a good wrestler or anything like that. I think she is, but we're just not seeing her. And then the 2 for the end ring and 1 for promo as well, because we haven't heard anything. And I feel like those promo moments are a way for the audience are ways for the audience to understand you, to know what your character is about. So if we're not knowing those things, So overall, I'm getting a 4 for her. What did you get score-wise?
I got 6.
So
just
we can meet in the middle.
Yeah. So I got 6 just because I loved what she does in the ring, even if it be very little. She is incredibly agile. She uses her size to her advantage as well, and her strike kick is deadly.
Well, we'll just meet in the middle and go 5.
We'll give her 5.
And I'll put her in the leveling up. So hopefully we get a push from her soon. We get to see something different. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of like a little iffy on her. All right, so I think the next one, I think this is Bayley. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a goat, but that's kidding. Bayley, are you kidding me? Come on, let's just, this is easy. Easy peasy.
Easy. Mic work, she gets 3.
Wait, what did you say for ring work?
I said ring work, she gets a 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Mic work definitely gets a 3.
Yeah.
Character presentation, definitely a 3 too.
You think a 3 on the character? I think her character is slipping a little bit. No, I love when she was with Damage Control. And even though she's out, I think that's why I'm kind of like, what's her character now? Because she's like in limbo right now. Yep. But I just got to go based off how she was in Damage Control. She makes me laugh. Like, she's hilarious. I saw her in person. She's super comfortable on the mic. Like, this is a GOAT. I mean, she started everything. Like, she's like one of the top. How can we not how can we not make her GOAT status here? Like, come on.
Real. That'd be a dishonor and disservice to her if we didn't.
Such a disservice. Her and Sasha Banks, they were the ones. They were those it girls that started a new era for wrestlers, women's wrestlers. So we got to go with 3. She's hilarious. She's mean. She's funny. She could be the face character if she needs to be, even though I don't like her as the face character. I'm sorry.
I don't like her as a baby face. She had a really great run as a hugger as the baby face, but seeing how dangerous and volatile she is and like entertaining as she is being a heel, I would like her to stay a heel. Yeah, I'll sometimes teeter the cusp of, is she a baby face? Is she not? Keep her on that because it's interesting. It's like week after week. What is she going to be? It's almost like a bipolar type character.
Yeah. Now it's kind of like, who is Bayley? And I think that's what they're going to have fun with. Who is Bayley now that she doesn't have Damage Control? And they moved Damage Control away from her. So now she really is on her own again. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm so curious to see what they do. But we love you, Bayley. Oh my gosh. I love you so much. All right. Up next is Blair Davenport.
Oh, one of the NXT call-ups. All right. So Blair Davenport, if I'm not mistaken, she was in WWE NXT UK, if I'm not mistaken. She, this one's starting to be really harsh, but I need to see a hell of a lot more from Blair Davenport right now.
Oh, what? Really?
Just because the few times that she was on NXT, I take that back. In-ring work, I'm going to give her a 3 just because when I saw her go against Nakia, she did absolutely amazing. I'm even though I say I'm not a fan of people jumping from behind, it is very entertaining to see somebody get attacked from behind. Ring work, I'm going to give her a 3. Mic work, she gets a 2. And character, I'm not sure what she is right now. So that's going to be a 2 for me as well.
I was going to say, like, she has the building blocks for a great character because everyone loves like the goth thing right now. They love the dark characters, the mysterious. I love her cape. I love everything when she comes out and stuff. But for me, I think it's more so, I think what's missing from her character is that confidence. Like she needs that confidence to really sell what it is that she's selling. Like, you know, like, are you a dark creature? Like, what are you like, you know, are you a punk rock star person? You know, like just show it more, you know? So I'll give her character work a 2. Her in-ring skills are amazing. She's so tough and gritty and dirty with it. Like she does not play with these girls. Like, like she is so rough, and I love that about her skills. So I'm gonna give her a 3 there as well. And then with the promo, I just don't hear her a lot, so I'll give a 2 as well. Yeah, I think a 2.
Yep.
But I'm excited. So 7 stars. Did you get 7?
7.
All right, so we're in the star. She's a star. She's in the star level. All right, one of your other faves. We have Candace.
Yes. The dark pixie.
Yes. All right.
Well,
so, okay.
Character presentation, she gets a 3 just because anytime she had a character, it was amazing. Even though for a little bit we didn't know what type like a character she was or if she was any. But once she turns heel, that's it for me. She's great. In ring, I'm going to give her a 3 too, just because she has proven that she can throw down. I've seen pretty much every single one of her matches in NXT. My favorite match I ever saw of her that really showcased her ability to me was the street fight her and Michin had when they were in NXT. That was amazing. So
I'm gonna
3 for in ring.
Oh, 3, 3, and 3.
Mic work, she could use a little bit of work.
Courtney,
Mic, give her 2.
We're gonna have completely different views on this. Okay, well, I'll just start off by saying that even though I know she's been around for a long time and she's been around with all the girls, I didn't see her NXT stuff, so I'm just going off base of currently what I see. And I really like starting off with the character. I really don't like the character. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's not like the crowd is not encaptured by the fairy, like that fairy gimmick. I don't know. I don't like the fairy gimmick. The wings, it just doesn't feel super intimidating to me. And or, like even if you are like the face or the hero, it doesn't feel very like hero-like to me. So I think I just really don't like the character. So I'm gonna go with a 1 for the character. I'm so sorry. I know. I like where they're headed now with her kind of being like an evil pixie or something like that, or an evil fairy. That would be really awesome. So maybe black wing, like I don't know. And then as far as in ring, I'm gonna go with a 2 for the same reason that I gave, who was it? Chelsea a 2, because I want to see more. I want to see more power. I want to see more tricks. I'm all about that. Like I love seeing the tricks and like seeing things I've never seen before, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go 2 there as well. And then I think I gave her a 3 for promo because she just is very comfortable on the mic and she's well versed, she's well experienced. So overall, a 6. What did you get? So you,
after hearing what you said, and if we're just basing this one purely off of current standing times, I had to give her a 2. I had to change it to a 2 just because it's not conveying, like you said, the way that it used to. It's not getting across the way it was before. Okay. I think in order for it to continue to keep, getting people's attention, something has to change, or something has to get real intense here real quick.
Sure.
Because now that I am like heavily thinking about current standing times, her character is not that interesting. The most interesting thing that she did was say that Maxxine's dead brother would be ashamed of him. Yeah.
When she started going to heel.
Yep. Yeah. That type of intensity is what I loved. And I need to see a lot more of that in order for her character to keep conveying the way that it has been.
Yeah. So what is your overall score? Like
6.
a 6?
6, 7. Yeah, around 6 or 7. So
okay.
We'll I got her 6. We'll put her in level up.
All right, leveling up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Another GOAT, Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
Charlotte, we love you, man.
Especially
3 across the fucking board.
3 all across the board. That's not even a conversation.
It's not a conversation. It is not.
No.
Like, she is just so scrappy, so hardworking. I've never like seen someone with that level of discipline and motivation. Like, she's just awesome. Like, you can tell like when people love what they do, that she loves what she does. Like,
oh yeah,
it's insane. Like, I watch back some of her matches, I'm just like, what is this, a real person? Like, is this a superhero? Like, I don't know, a super person. She's so scrappy. Like,
that's how I felt when I saw her live. Like, when I saw her fight Iyo for the women's championship, I was literally, I knew like storyline wise they were not going to have her give it up at a house show, but when I saw her and Iyo fight for that title, I was like, oh my god, this is a dream come true. And at one point, like, I started tearing up. I was like, this is a dream. Like, I'm watching one of my favorite people on planet Earth wrestle right now, right in front of me. And I was lucky enough to get a picture. It'll forever be my pinned tweet. So I need another one or get an updated one with her.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's pinned on your Twitter right now. Go look at her Twitter, everybody.
Yep.
But yeah, she's just amazing. And I get chills from her, like watching her. There's just like some weird super level strength with her, like, and agility. She's not just strong, she's really fast too. And the jumps, she's like an acrobat. Like, I don't get it. And her character gimmick, the queen, you know, like, it just all fits perfectly.
It does.
She's like the perfect mix of like femininity and, you know, toughness. You know, she could still be very feminine and tough, and I love that.
Oh yeah,
that's totally my vibe. I love that a lot. All right, who's up next? Sorry, Charlotte. I mean, we could sit here and talk about you all day, but you 3 across the board, like, so simple, so easy. No question. Electra Lopez is up next. Yeah.
So I need to see a lot more from Electra, just because I only saw her. Has she even had a match on the main roster yet?
I think like together as a group, not solo. Or no. Her and Zelina went at it, remember? And their partners interfered.
Oh yeah. I just, mic work, I'm going to give her 2 just because when I heard her talk on NXT, it was great. But current roster standing, I need to hear more from her. I need to hear a lot more from her. In ring, I'm going to give her a 2 as well, just because she did throw down in that match with Zelina. Zelina also fought back really well. But I need to see a lot more from her. For her character to kind of stand out to me a little bit more, I need her to stop hiding behind Legado del Fantasma. I need her to stop. I need her to kind of push herself to the forefront, like she did with exposing Carlito for being the one that took out Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
I need something like that, but every single week with her. Maybe not like exposing people, but making it her mission to be the best or to do something.
Yeah, she seems like a mama bear protector right now. I don't know. I just feel like she doesn't have a character right now. No. It's just kind of like you're part of a group. So that's kind of the bad thing, I guess, about being a part of a group. She kind of reminds me of B-Fab in that way, where their identity is getting lost by the group, you know? Yep. So I put 1 for character because there's no character really
Nope.
yet. And then 2 for the other. For in ring, honestly, I almost gave her 1 because I don't really know. I haven't seen much, but I know that she came from NXT. I know there's something there, so I'll give her a 2, and then 2 for promo as well. I should give a 1 for promo because I haven't heard her really, but I'll give a 2 for right now. So kind of leaning in that 5. Yeah,
Yep.
5. Okay. Up next is Indi Hartwell.
This one's gonna be kind of hard for me, but I'm gonna take myself out of the personal role here and kind of put myself in my
Analytical
role, in my analytical role. Indi's mic work needs a lot more work, just because she keeps getting shadowed behind Candace. When she was in NXT, and she had the whole like wedding storyline, that was the most dominant I've ever seen her. Because she wasn't hiding behind Candace and she wasn't getting buried behind her or Johnny at that point in time. So from what I do here on the mic, I'm going to give her a 2 just because I know she can talk and I know she can back it up. So I'm going to give her a 2 for mic work. In ring, I'm going to give her a 3 because she does really well in the ring. Okay. But judging by your face you just made, you don't agree with me. But that's fine.
And NXT, definitely a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's like they are fumbling the bag with her so bad. I don't know if it's because when she came over, she got hurt or something like that. So she took some time off or some time apart and she lost her momentum or her speed or something. But every match that she's been in, they've been like jobbing her in a way.
Yes.
Or, and so she hasn't really been able to show her skill.
Yeah.
So I actually gave her a 2 because I know that she can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you finish with yours. I'm sorry.
Character presentation, I gave her a 1.
Me too. And I gave her a 1 on the mic. I'm so sorry, y'all. I gave her a 1 on the mic. We haven't seen anything like and it's not Indi's fault. It's like literally they're not showcasing her in a way that makes her look strong. When she first came back and she went up against Rhea, I thought they were going to make her look really good and but it was just a squash match basically. And after that, they just kind of really weren't presenting her in a way that looked good for her character. They kind of made her look weaker than what she can do. So sorry, Indi, I gave you a 4 like total. And I think you have a 5, right?
Yeah. So we'll just put her in the level up category with Candace.
Leveling up. Okay. Jade Cargille.
Jade's mic gets a 3.
Okay.
Her in-ring work it's a 3 just after what I saw at WrestleMania. Character presentation, she doesn't necessarily need a character. She's just herself, much like Charlotte and Bayley. The name just speaks for themselves. The name is the character.
They built her up to this like insurmountable level. Like her character, she probably has the best character work right now, like out of most of the girls.
Yeah.
Because they built her up to be that way. And that happened by showing her very little, by like making her seem like this huge superstar, which she is, but they kind of did it in a way to really, really build her up. Now, I'm giving her 3s across the board, except for in-ring skills, because she's been getting a lot of heat. I'm giving her a 2. They're giving her a lot of heat for not like showcasing more of her skills, other than just kind of like bulldozing over the girls, which we want to see like some wrestling stuff, right? So I'm gonna give her 2 there just because I want to see a little bit more in that realm, but I know she has it. So I don't think she's a GOAT yet. I think she's a star.
She's definitely a star.
Yeah, I'm gonna put her in the star category.
Yep.
We love you, Jade.
We do.
All right, up next is Mia.
Mia Chin. Mic work, she gets a 1. on my
What?
just because current standing, she was buried behind the OC, and she was kind of their tamer, their handler for a while, keeping like AJ, Carl, and the other one in line. In ring work, I gave her a 3 just because I have when she does wrestle, if she's given time, she does wrestle really well. She's a really good technical wrestler. Character, I gave her a 2 as well, just because right now she doesn't really have one.
Yeah. Well, what I will say is that I think Mia Yim has a character. It's supposed to be like this thuggish, ruggish, type of girl, but it doesn't come across like, to the audience in a way that really captures them. For some reason, it captures me. I love it. But for some reason, it's not translating to the audience. So I don't know what she would have to do in order to get that going again. Maybe wearing the scarf or the little thing that she does.
The bandana around her face. Yep.
Yeah, the bandana or something, like do more with that, because I love that. And I think that that's different. Not a lot of people are doing that. So she could really up that a lot. Like, I don't know, becoming more masculine or ruggish with it. I don't know. So I gave her a 2 there. Mike, I gave her 2. We just don't see a lot from her. So I'll say that we don't see a lot. And then I gave her 2s across the board, in ring as well. So she's getting a 6 from me. I think she's a star, but it doesn't come across that way for some reason. I feel like she's more in the leveling up arena, but to me, I know she's a star. It's just the audience, the universe, WWE universe, is not portraying her as one.
No.
It's so weird. So what should we do? What did you get for her?
So 2 all across the board. She gets a 6. She's in the star category for me because she is one. And especially now with her going after the women's North American title in NXT. So I am really pulling for her to win that one, just because I think it would help her character presentation that much more. And it would help put eyes on it because she is on the main roster. And anytime a main roster person drops down to NXT, it is proven to be one of the best things to ever happen to their career. Even though she's no longer with the company, look at Mandy Sachs. She was barely getting any time on the main roster, but as soon as she dropped to NXT, she got all the airtime in the world.
Yeah. It's just like you said, NXT is doing more for the women. They're showing them more. They're showcasing their skills more. Seeing continue building up their skills, and to train. It's like a training ground. So it's like they're retraining. Because if you're just sitting, it's kind of like when you're in a basketball game and you're not one of the starting players and stuff. You're just sitting on the bench. It's like you're sitting on the bench, waiting. And in that time, your skills are getting, weaker and weaker because you're not using them as much. And so you start to like lose that flair, that fire. And so getting out there, even if it's on NXT, it's just gonna retrain those muscles, I think. But we love you, Mia.
We do.
We hope that this NXT run will boost you. All right, up next is Naomi.
Ooh. Mic work, I gave Naomi a 3.
Okay.
In ring work, I did give her a 3 as well. And character presentation, I also gave her a 3. In my opinion, she is a GOAT. So she got 3s all across the board from me.
Yeah. I think she's a GOAT too.
Yes.
I think she's a GOAT too, but for the character, I put a 2 only because I feel like her character does not translate well with the universe, with the WWE universe, and I don't know why, because I love it. She's the glow hero, but for some reason it doesn't make a big enough impact. But 3s, in ring and on with promos for sure. I know she's a GOAT. So I'm gonna put her in the GOAT category because she was one of the founding women. So I have to. But if I had to critique anything, I would just say she needs to find a way to really capture the interest of
Yeah.
the male side in some way. Like, and I'm not saying like with gear or anything like that,
Yeah.
but like with toughness or something, because there's something not clicking with certain, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
people in this
And
group.
I think that has to be, even though she stated that she's home, she's back, she was always going to come back to WWE, no matter what path she was on at that point in time. A lot of people are still, more so the males that I've seen within the IWC, are holding that against her for leaving and then coming back.
Oh, I didn't think about
So
it that way.
they take personal vendettas that they have against the superstar, and then they'll twist it into why they don't like them as a specific character.
Did they
Well,
do that with CM Punk?
they did. They also did that with Cody Rhodes too.
CM Punk still has a ton of fans though. So, I mean, they can't use that excuse because CM Punk, Randy Orton, all of them came back and
LA Knight,
and they're loved.
it's
So
for real.
I don't know. We gotta stop using that excuse.
We really do.
One of my faves, Nia
Nia.
Jax. I'm so excited.
Mic work,
I
she
love
gets
her.
a 3 from me because that performance she put on when she was talking to Becky about how, I think it was right before the Elimination Chamber or whatever, when she gave that Emmy-winning performance of about to bawl her eyes out, and then all of a sudden just snaps right back into it and is like, I'm going to take it from you. And I'm like, yes! Give her all the awards.
I don't care what anyone says. Nia Jax has one of the best promo skills. Like, she's so comfortable on the mic. She makes me laugh. She has comedic timing. Like, she's so relaxed. It doesn't feel like she's even talking in front of thousands of people. She's just like there. Like, are you kidding me? She's so good on the mic. Like, she has the best timing and just comfortability on there. Like, she's an actress. She's an actress.
She is.
Her overall character work to me is a 3. It's like so obvious who she is, you know.
Yeah.
She's just that person that bulldozes you. Like, that's it. She's a little bit pretentious. She is a little selfish. Like, it's so easy to understand what her character work is about. She works solo. She does not like teams, you know. Like, she doesn't rely on people to win her battles for her. She's strong. She's not like most girls. And Nia has been around for a long time. She's
She
like
really
one of the
has.
founding women. You know, her in-ring skills to me are also a 3. She does what she can. She's strong. She lifts the girls. She really doesn't botch as much, or I don't see anything. I know in the past people get hung up on the injuries and the things, but she also got injured. So I mean, injuries are a part of the thing, I'm guessing here.
And that's what people don't get. It's like they know what they're signing up for when they get into it. Like, they know that, you know, injuries are going to happen, bones are going to break, you're going to need surgery at some point if you are constantly doing the same move over and over again. We see it happen all the time. Randy Orton's RKO, he had to have back surgery. So that's why you see him be a little bit more cautious of when he hits the RKO, because it puts so much strain on his back to go like this and then to pop up, reverse, turn himself around, and then land straight on his back again.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that happens. Obviously, they do everything in their means to avoid those things. But if you're like doing these things, you're on the road all the time, you get tired and maybe a little lazy sometimes during the match, and that costs you, you know? So they definitely learn lessons, I think, being in the ring. But you're right, it's part of the risk. But she's just had an amazing comeback to me, and she's been around for a long time. I don't think people like realize that. Like, she's been around for a very long time. So I give her 3s across the board. To me, she's a GOAT, but I know a lot of people will disagree with that. What do you think?
No, I agree. She's a GOAT. Because you give her any type of role, she smashes it. She does great. I mean, for God's sake, she took our truth out of the men's Royal Rumble so that she could be in it.
Yeah. She took on like 15 girls at one time. Like, come on.
That was beautiful. that was beautiful.
Okay, so for some reason, this next one, she reminds me so much of you. I don't know if you guys just look alike, but it's Teegan. Teegan
Tegan
Knox.
Knox.
You guys look alike. Like if you were to color your hair, you guys would look very similar.
That's the first time
Teegan.
I've heard that. I look like Liv Morgan or Julia Hart.
Really?
Yep. But I like it. I'll take it.
You have dark features though. I feel like Liv has she's like blonde hair.
When I had platinum blonde, it was more so I looked a lot like Liv Morgan.
Maybe then. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe then. All right, so what do we think about Teegan?
I'm gonna be a little harsh just because I need to see more from her. We rarely see her on TV. I don't know why, but she's always on. She's at like house events and stuff like that, but she's not really on TV anymore. And I don't know if she was injured or I don't know what happened, but right now I don't think she's injured because I just saw a video of her when they went to the UK or somewhere or Australia. I don't know, wherever they went. She won. So that's why I don't think she's injured, but I need to see more from her.
Yeah. I don't know if it's her. I don't think it's her fault, but it's like I think her character is out of 1.
Yeah.
Out of 1. Her in-ring skills. I've seen her in person. I think it's a 2, but
yeah,
I'm sure people might disagree with that. And then I put for the other part a 1 as well, promo, because we don't see her.
Nope.
So she's kind of in that 4 realm. But honestly, I kind of want to say she needs improvements. I know that's really bad.
I know that. Yeah. Guys, remember, like we said at the beginning, take this with a grain of salt. These are our opinions. These are not based off of facts, anything like that. So if you got a problem with it, argue with yourself.
What do you think though? I know it's probably like in the 4, but it could easily be a 3 as well, like because we just don't see her as much. So the in-ring could be a 1 as well, but I would hate to give it.
Even when she was on the main roster, even though she still is, and she was given opportunities to talk, like she never really grabbed me. Like she never really caught my interest, like when she was giving a promo. Whereas whoever her tag team partner was, they always like pulled my interest more so than she does. And I too got to see Teegan live once way back in like 2022 when they came to San Jose for not Raw, SmackDown. I got to see her in the dark match that she was in. I think it was Shotzi and Knox versus Tamina and Natalya. It was when Natalya and Tamina were still the tag team champions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But even then, I didn't really see a lot from Teegan, but she was really good technique-wise in the ring. Like she was really good. So that's why in ring I gave her 2. I landed on a 4 for her, just all across the board, because I think she needs improvement, but she is also leveling up in that sense too. So she can kind of go either way.
I'm going to put her in the needs improvement.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there. Even though she's technically leveling up, we both have that feeling of like, it has nothing to do with her skills. It has nothing to do with her skills and everything to do with her character work. But it puts her at such a disadvantage. So I'll say character work is 0 in order to make this make more sense. But yeah, I'm so sorry, Teegan. We love you, and we're like hoping you get that push in some way. And I don't know what's going on with that. It kind of stinks. It's like once you lose your momentum on the main roster, it's very hard to get it back.
Yep. If you're not already cemented within it, it's very hard to get back to where you need to be.
Yes. All right, Tiffany Stratton.
In ring, I gave her a 3. Mic work, I think she needs a little bit of work. I think she needs to not be so like, I don't know. When she talks, it's super high pitch for me. So like, so it's kind of like that squeaky Valley Girl vibe for me, even though I know that's what the character is technically supposed to translate to. This is just the squeaky voice for me specifically. I've heard her talk in interviews and she sounds nothing like that. So I'm like, can we just lose the squeakiness and I'll give her a 3? But right now it's just like I can't. It's at a 2 for mic work.
I almost made a Twitter post, a tweet that her voice reminds me of this, and it was an image of the squeaky boots from SpongeBob. I was like, I can't explain it, but her voice sounds like this, and you know those squeaky boots from SpongeBob. It's like do 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 do, and it's like. But obviously, she's doing it on purpose.
Character presentation, she gets a 3. I'm sorry, but she gets a 3 just because when I found out the backstory to her character, it was based off of like Sharpay Evans, kind of. Yeah. So that's why I was like, all right, immediately you get a 3 for me just for that reason, because I loved Sharpay in High School Musical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she loves Paris Hilton and all these things. Like, so she started off great because her gimmick is so, one, easy. Okay. It is easy to do because it's like, it's so solid. It's such a common like role, I guess, in like movies and stuff, is the mean girl. It's the mean girl, the mean, rich, popular girl. So it's kind of like you have a lot of inspiration, a lot of examples out there already to kind of follow along with that. And so it makes your character so strong. And so to me, she also has one of the best characters in the whole roster because there's so many examples of it already. And like, we love that type of stuff, you know, the mean stuff, the Valley Girl. I can't stand it. The privilege stuff. Oh my God, I cannot stand it, but I get it and I understand it. It works so perfect with her, and she's beautiful, gorgeous. And her in-ring obviously is a 3. It's a 5 in my mind, but her in-ring is ridiculous. I don't know how she picked this all up so fast, but amazing, strong, and talented. Okay. I'll give it a 2 for promo as well. I just don't think she's a GOAT yet. Nope. I don't think she's a GOAT yet.
She's almost there.
It's just too new.
She's too new. Yeah. She's too green. Yeah, she's too green. She's way too new. She still needs to get used to, you know, like intense confrontations with people instead of. I like that she inserted herself into the women's title picture, even though I was kind of mad at the beginning because it took away from Naomi. But I like the storyline that they're kind of building here because I feel like it's going to build a feud between her and Naomi specifically, because I know they're most likely not going to take the belt off of Bayley during Backlash this weekend. I know that for a fact because she just got it. So I don't think they're going to have her lose it quite yet. But I feel like it's going to set up that feud between Naomi and Tiffany.
Yeah. I don't think Bayley's losing it. I think she's retaining as well. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Up next is 1000% a GOAT, Bianca Belair. Oh my God, 3 across the boards. I wish I could give her 10s, because she deserves her 10s. But she's just amazing. Like, it's just like Bayley. It's just like Charlotte Flair. Like, this is what NXT looks up to. Okay, this is what they strive to be. Is a Bianca Belair. I'm sorry, but this is a GOAT every day of the week.
Definitely.
Promo is amazing. Character is amazing. Even though it's so weird too, because she doesn't have like a set character, like a typical character. She's just Bianca. Like, but it makes sense for us. She's this high energy, hyper, but don't mess with her. You know, like that's her character, is herself. It's not like if you were taking Tiffany Stratton, for example, it's not like a Valley Girl. You know, it's not something that's a pretend person. It's like she is playing herself, but it's on this superhuman level. Like, I don't know. Her gimmick is herself.
Yep.
And it works. That high energy, the face. She's definitely, I will say, one of the characters that I feel should never go heel again. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like she should stay face because she's like a hero. Like, I don't know. She's like a superhero to me.
I will say, though, that when she was in NXT and she did have her heel run, I saw someone post a video about it. It was when, like, Rhea and then like 3 other people in the ring, and she's talking about like she wanted a shot, and then when she was chewing her gum, she's like, "I'll pin you and you,
Oh, yeah.
definitely you. You don't even go here."
Yes, that is like one of her famous lines that everybody loves to like refer back to. But yeah, even if she is a heel, I feel like she would be a likable heel. She kind of reminds me like a Nia Jax type of heel.
Yep.
She's like, I stand alone. I fight for myself. I don't need anybody to do that for me. You know, she's very independent. I just love everything about her. Her in-ring skill is just incredible. Like, again, I don't know how someone is that scrappy, that agile, that strong, and that like quick, like I don't know, just quick-minded. There's just something about the way she almost fights in a very strategic way.
She does.
Like she's not super scrappy, like like Charlotte Flair and like Dakota Kai. They're very scrappy to me. She kind of fights in a way that's efficient. I don't know how to explain it.
She fights smarter, not harder.
Yes, very smart. I love how she fights. I don't know. There's something really cool about Bianca. There's just I could sit here and just rave about her all day if given the time. Love her. So you're in agreement, GOAT?
Yep, GOAT all the way.
All right. Next one is Alba. Alba.
Alba, I'm going to give her a 3 for in-ring work because she kicks absolute ass when she's in the ring. Whether it be with a tag team partner or whether it be by herself. Character presentation, I also gave her a 3, but mic work, I gave her a 2.
Girl, what? Okay, hold on. Okay, we're a little... Okay. I think when she's in her tag team, character presentation, amazing. Okay, but now that they've been separated and stuff, I'm just not seeing... Like, I feel like there's something missing from her character. Just like one thing or something like this. There's something missing. So I gave her a 2. In ring, a 2, because again, for reasons of like not seeing her enough by herself and stuff like that. So I gave her a 2 there. And then I gave her 2 across the board, but 2 for promo as well. Because I should give her a 3 for that. Because when she was with, but again, that's with her tag partner. They like do great promos together, but I haven't seen her by herself. So
the times that I did see her by herself, and that's how her and Isla's tag team was formed, was she was, I remember who was the champion at the time on NXT, but that's what led to them getting together. Alba kicks ass. When I did, especially when she was in the UK part of it, she kicks absolute ass. She, even though they changed her name from Kaylee Ray to Alba Fyre, I think Alba Fyre fits just a little bit more. It makes it that much better. I do agree. I think both her and Isla need more time.
Yeah. So if we're talking currently,
she needs.
If we're looking currently, is it leveling up or is it star status?
For me, I'm going to go level up because she needs a lot more work.
I just feel like they're not pushing her enough on the roster, and they should, you know. But that's not it. I don't think it's again her fault or anything like that. But I feel like with more time, maybe she'll get more opportunities, especially now that we have a few call-ups that we'll get to as well. But next up is going to be Asuka. Dun dun dun.
Ooh, Asuka. So mic work, I think she does as best she can because she's not from here and she does not speak that. She does speak English, but she's better when she speaks Japanese. So mic work, I gave her. I don't want I feel like if I give her a 2, people are gonna say it's unfair because she can't speak English. So I'm just gonna give her a 3 to be safe, just because when she does speak, she is really good at it. In ring, she definitely gets. Actually, you know what? I don't care about the backlash. I'm giving her a 2 for mic work. In ring, she gets a 3. Character presentation definitely gets a 3 for me.
Yeah.
Girl goes the extra mile to paint all of that on her face and put whatever liquid that's in her mouth that she blinds people with.
Yeah, her character it can't be matched. I mean, people know her for her character.
Oh,
So she
yeah.
has one of those top characters again, and she reaches audience outside of the US. So that's
Mhm.
probably one of the biggest things about having a character is like being able to reach across multiple different audiences. And that's what makes people popular and famous, is if they're able to connect with multiple people across multiple cultures. But yeah, Asuka is I feel like she's a goat though. Even though her promo was not good, I feel like she's one of the founding women. It's
She's a
Asuka.
goat, though, no matter what. Like,
She's
no
a
matter what way you
goat.
spin it, she's a goat. Like, it doesn't matter.
She
You
needs
can
to
get
work on she needs to work on promo, but y'all, we're gonna put her as
her
goat
in the goat
because
category.
it's Asuka. Like, come on. She has to be a goat. She's one of the, top women before we even had all these other people, so it's like she got to be there. Like she has to. Anyways, Becky Lynch. Becky.
Becky's mic work gets a 3 for me, just because she is one of like the founding members. She was one of the 4 horsewomen at the time. In ring, I'm gonna give her a 3, but character presentation, I give her a 2.
Same. So we have the same lineup. But again, it's just like Asuka. She has to be a GOAT because she was one of the beginning people.
Exactly.
And she's a money maker. So whether whether how we feel about it or not, she's literally the women's world champ right now. So
Yep.
it's like she was around with Charlotte and everybody. Like, I guess the only criticism is, there needs to be some character work. I don't know what it is. There's something missing from her character work. I don't know what the man is, so
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. But I will put her in the GOAT category because it's Becky. I feel like I have to.
We have to.
You can't deny her popularity.
No.
Whether, like, so technically she got an 8 for me, which is a star status, but
Yep. She got 8 from me too.
I can't deny the fact that she's a GOAT. Sorry, y'all. Dakota Kai.
Ooh.
One of your faves?
Love Dakota. So did I completely miss her? I did. Oh well. I'll just write her up at the top. Dakota. I didn't.
So for Dakota, well, she's been out. She's been out, sort of, kind of, even though she's been showing up for a year. There's not a lot of character development for me, so I'm going to go ahead and give her a 2. Her in-ring, I love her in-ring 3. It's a 3 for me. I don't care that she's smaller. I don't care that she's not as strong, whatever. Her scrappiness cannot be matched other than maybe Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
But I just love the way she fights. Like, she never gives up. Like, I don't know, there's just this level of, like, even though she's so little, she's just so scrappy. I love it. And then for promo, a 3 as well. Like,
yeah.
She's really good on promos.
She makes me like scared to be that person she's giving a promo to. Like when she did the whole promo for Bayley, I was like, because I remember I was in the hospital. I just got out of my neck surgery and I was watching Smackdown. And I saw the promo and I'm like, I'm scared to be Bayley. Like, I'm terrified to be Bayley.
She's just good. I don't know. She again is one of those people that has a lot of comfort on the mic. She's just very comfortable in front of a crowd and audience. And so I don't know. I don't know if that comes from her Twitch experience. She's just so good. I don't know. She's just comfortable. And there's something sweet about her, even though she's a villain. Like, I don't know. There's something like that innocent to her, but she's not. It's cute. Like, I like it. She does good work. All right, who is next? Let me see. Oh boy, it's a little small. Who is that? Oh, Alba's partner.
That's Isla Dawn.
Isla. Yeah.
Am I saying her name right? I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I don't know if it's Isla or how do you pronounce it, but that sounds better.
I think it does. Isla. I think it is too.
Okay, what do we think about her?
Isla's personally, I love her. She's great. I gave her a 2 for mic work, just because we don't hear from her very often. Again, not her fault. In ring, I did give her a 3 just because she is really good when it comes to in ring. But character presentation, I gave it 2 because we don't really know what she is right now. Is she that supernatural witchy being that she was when she first joined? Or is she like a more tamed version of that? Like what are we seeing here? So I'm not sure what type of character she is. So I gave her a 2 on that one.
Yeah. I agree. I got 2 for character because we don't see them alone. So 2 for that. I like her skills a little bit better. I think she's a little bit tougher. Yeah. And then 2 for on the mic as well. I think I have heard her promos, but I would say we need a little bit of clearness or clarity or something. Like she struggles a little bit. Sometimes I don't know what she's saying or something like that. So I'll give her so what is that? A 7?
7, yeah.
I think she's kind of a star, but do you feel like she's leveling up, or I feel like because we haven't seen her, it should be in the leveling up?
She should be with her partner, if anything.
All right.
So yeah, we'll put her in level up.
Okay. Put her next to partner. Ivy Nile.
So that one for me, I don't hear her on the mic very often, so I'm gonna give her a 2. Again, not her fault. In-ring work, I have not really seen her wrestle, but from the few times that I did, I want to say it's like a 2.5 teetering on a 3, just because she is a powerhouse. She is small, but she is a powerhouse. Like she trained with she's in the Creed brothers, with them. Even when she was on NXT though, her character never really like caught my attention, if that made sense.
Yeah. No, it does. No, I gave her a 1 for character work because I think it's, again, one of those things. She's kind of hiding behind a group. It's not her fault, but it's kind of like that's just what's happening. They're kind of like swallowing her up a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give her a 1 because we don't know her character, and then 2 for promo. I should give a 1 to be honest, but I'll give a 2 because I feel like she can. And then a 3 for in-ring because that girl, oh my gosh, her in-ring skills, top level, top notch. I just feel like we don't get to see it often, but to me, she's definitely leveling up. I think she will be a star in no time. I just feel like she needs more competition.
She does.
And now that we have that, we should start seeing some of that coming up here. So I'm going to put Ivy Nile in leveling up for sure. Iyo Sky.
Yeah. Iyo on mic. Same with Asuka. She does very well speaking both English and Japanese. She does very well with that. So mic work, I gave her a 3. In ring, she definitely is a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, for character presentation, I gave her a 2, just because I'm not sure like what the character is at this very moment. Is she going to be a solo character, or is she going to stay with Damage Control? Not saying that Damage Control, she's getting buried behind it, but we definitely see Dakota talk a lot more than any of them combined.
Yeah. I gave her a 2 as well for promo because we just don't hear anything. Well, I don't remember anything like jumping out at me.
No.
And then I gave her a 2 for character work as well, getting kind of swallowed up by the group, getting lost a little bit. But then a 3 for in-ring. Just awesome. She's what is it? The Queen of the Sky, or the
genius of the sky.
Genius. Okay, yeah, the genius of the sky. So 7, she's a star. I think that one day she might even be a GOAT.
Definitely.
All right, up next is Kairi.
Kind of the same. In-ring work, phenomenal. However, character presentation, not sure what she is. She's very quiet. She's very reserved. Even though the few times we did hear her speak on the mic, she was very good. So I did give her a 2, even though we rarely hear from her.
Mm-hmm.
So altogether, I gave her a 7.
Yeah. Now y'all know I love me some Kairi. I just love her. I love her character, but I gave her 2s across the board just because I feel like sometimes her character doesn't come across. And then the thing that I see in the ring the most so far is the elbow drop, but I don't see much of anything else. So I'm curious to see what else she has outside of her work with Asuka. So it's just difficult for me. I'm like, I feel like she's more on the 2s level.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still a star, but I feel like there needs to be something. I don't know. There's something missing overall. But I love her. We were just watching, me and my girlfriend were just watching her in Japan, like an old video of her in Japan, and she looks so beautiful. And they like go all out with the like, fans and like the presentation of, the show, which is really, really cool. It's weird because they like silent over there. They're like quiet. They don't really cheer and stuff, which is interesting. It's like a play. But yeah, we were just watching her. So she's beautiful. Love it. Up next is
Katana.
Katana. Oh my god, I couldn't think
Casey,
of
Katana. It's all the same to me.
Yeah, I almost said Kaiden, but that's her partner. She's up next. So Katana's first. Katana and Kaiden.
Casey or Katana, Casey. Her in-ring work is phenomenal. She's very agile. She definitely is a flyer. I did see her on American Ninja Warrior one time. That was great. Character, I did give her a 2 just because we don't really know what type of character she is. It kind of moved away.
1. If you don't know the character, that means it's a 1.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, then I give her a 1. Mic work, she gets a 2 though, just because when she does talk, she's really good on the mic, but we don't hear from her that often.
Yeah. So, and it's the same with Kaiden for me. So I'm gonna do them both, knock them both out at the same time. I love them as a tag team. Oh my gosh, like they have done things that like have shocked me, impressed me, things I've never seen before, and that's what I love about the tag teams. That's what I want to see in tag teams, is things that I've never seen as coordinated movements. But yeah, individually, I think because they're so tied to the tag team, you don't know what their character is individually. So I gave them both 1s on that with their character, 3s in the ring, awesome in the ring, and then 2s on the mic or promos, because we really haven't seen too much. Sometimes we'll get like a backstage thing with them, but again, it's them as a team, so they need to work on, I guess, individuality, because they're not standing out separate from the crowd. They're kind of like standing together as like the team, and that's kind of how they're recognizable, but they're not recognizable as much individually
without each other. So I put them in level up.
Exactly. All right, Kiana James.
All right,
we're almost finished, y'all.
We're almost done. So Kiana for me, and I'm just gonna base this off of what I saw in NXT because we haven't seen anything from her yet. When she was in NXT, that girl knew how to speak on the mic. She was super good. Character-wise, I loved the business persona, like the kind of, I wouldn't say it was close to Sasha Banks's, but it was very much so teetering on that line. Like she's working, she's like an owner of something. However, I do really hope they make her drop that stupid purse. I don't get it, but character presentation for Kiana, I did give her a 3 because you know who she is. You know as soon as you look at her who that is. In ring, I did give her a 3 as well, just because when she does that move off the top rope, and it kind of looks like she's face planting, but it's the other one. I enjoy that move. I think it's called the 401k, if I'm not mistaken. On the mic, I did give her a 2 because I'd like to hear more from her.
Okay. And oh my gosh, Kiana, when we were doing our draft pick predictions, I almost said Kiana, and I'm so mad that I didn't, because I was like, I was like, I want Kiana, but does the world want Kiana? You know, like I was in my head, I'm like, I feel like Kiana should have been pushed by now, but her character, and this is where I kind of draw that line of like, I feel like she's more in that leveling up type of energy, because her character did not get across with the crowd as much.
No.
Her gears didn't get across. So she kind of teeters that 1 to 2 star area for me.
Yeah.
But then 3 and 3 for the other stuff. Cause I do feel like she's ready. But I'm going to have to put her in the leveling up, even though I think she's like 7 stars.
Yeah.
I just feel like it doesn't translate. And that's the sad thing. It's just like with Mia Yim and like these people that they have, to me, everything and the character and everything, but it's not translating well enough for it to capture people's hearts and their attention. So she has to do something. I hope they give her a new gimmick this go around. Her body is tea. Okay. Her performance is tea. Like she's strong. She could be like, to me, one of the next Bianca Belairs or something, because she's that strong. And I know that that's crazy to say, but because y'all know how much I love Bianca, but I don't think people know or realize how strong Kiana is. Like her endurance is crazy. But we'll just have to see. All right, up next is Liv.
Liv Morgan. She, for me, love her. So I'm going to give her, in-ring work, she gets a 3 from me. Just because she has improved so much from when she first joined the main roster all those years ago when she was with the Riot Squad. I know a lot of people did not have faith that she'd be able to make it without the Riot Squad. But I would just like to say that she proved every single one of them wrong. Look at her now. Mic work, she definitely gets a 3 from me. In my opinion, she's a GOAT. That's my opinion. GOAT. Definitely is. Character presentation down to gear and everything else, phenomenal. Like her gear now coincides with her current mission. Like it's great. I also love this new little thing that she's doing with her eye, like when she comes out. I think that is very unique, and I haven't really seen people do that. So for me, she's the GOAT. 3s all across the board for me.
Same 3s. And people, we just have to think too, like we have to know that this is what people are capable of. She's a little girl. She's small. Okay. She's not going to be like Bianca Belair and all these people. Like she is Liv Morgan. She does what she does, and that's fine. That's part of what her character, like, I don't know. I like that she's spunky. Her character work is amazing. She's like this cuckoo small little girl who is out for revenge right now. The Liv Morgan revenge tour. I love Liv. She's a GOAT. She's been around for like what, a decade now? Like I think it's like 10 years, right?
Yeah, close to it. Yeah, about that.
She was who I watched, growing up, Total Divas. Like, come on, I have to go. She's a GOAT.
She is
for sure.
It'd be a dishonest service if we didn't put her there.
Yeah, it would. Up next is Lyra.
Ooh. So Lyra is one of my definite favorite NXT call-ups. She did amazing in that triple threat match, her last match on NXT's roster. Character presentation, I'm basing this off of her NXT run. It was a 3. I think she's not quite a GOAT, so I'd put her in the star category before anything else right now. I think even though ratings-wise it's at like an 8 for me, I still want to see her in the star category just because she is so new to the main roster and we don't know how she's going to do. Even though I have all the faith, she'll do great. We need to see a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tiffany Stratton. It's like like you said, they're too green or something. Like they're too new. I'll say, her in-ring skill, you can tell she puts in a lot of work. And a lot of effort. She's trained so much for this. So I'll give her a 3 for in-ring as well. I would like to see something more exciting from her. I'm not going to lie. I would like to see something more exciting. I'm going to give her a 2 for character work because I just don't like birds and fairies. I don't know. Or like gimmicks that wear wings. I don't know. But She is so nice. I met her. Well, I saw her in person, and I remember like I reached my hand out to like, you know, while she was coming around doing the little for a live like a live show when they were doing like the little claps or whatever. She completely missed me, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I was just about to go sit back down, and she came back, and she was like, wait, you know, like, and she like came back just to shake my hand. I know, she's such a sweetheart. And I was like, oh my god, she's so sweet. But yeah, she's her character, you know, she's a hero, and I love my heroes. So I like that part, but there's something missing. There's something missing with the character. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get it 100%. I feel like they're trying to go that cultural route with her.
Yeah,
just maybe like amp it up, or you know, bump it up a little bit, just like with Drew McIntyre. Like he comes out with a freaking sword, you know, like that is revved up to another level. But yeah, so I gave her 2 for that, and then I'll give her a 3 for promo. She's done really great promos on NXT. So overall, we'll put her in the star category. She's like with Tiffany, then, you know, she's a star.
She is.
Up next is Maxxine.
So for me, Maxxine, her character, I'm trying very hard to understand it. I knew who she was when she ran the Max and Mill models. We knew like that character. It was a manager, business type character. But I think that it's now morphing into just an Alpha Academy type character. I want to see a little bit more growth from her by herself.
Yeah, I agree. So I feel like we got to put someone with Teegan, because we're not going to leave Teegan out here.
No, she needs improvement. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna in-ring work. I'm sorry, I had to give her a 1, even though I know she's training and she's doing everything she can and she's learning on the road. But just in-ring work, I want to see more, and I don't want to see her job anymore, if that makes sense, because she's essentially a jobber right now.
Yeah. And I feel like they never had this intention to do this with Maxxine, but because Maxxine was getting so much attention already as like a side character or whatever, you know, as like kind of like a bring along, they were like, well, let's get her to wrestle, you know, like I don't know how that all happened, but I just feel she has a lot of opportunity that a lot of wrestlers did not have. And so I'm sure she's feeling a lot of pressure to gain all the skills and do all the things. But right now, compared to the rest of the roster, she's, you know, very much behind. So we're giving her patience. We're giving her grace. But if we're being real, if we're being honest, like when it comes to like wrestling and skills and stuff, definitely a 1. She's getting closer, like 1.5. She's getting up there. Character work, she's getting hidden by the group. I will say she has a little bit more character to me than like Ivy's innocent girl. You know, I kind of see her as this innocent girl learning the ropes. Like that's her character. But I don't think it's a good one. You know, like I don't think it's like the best character to have. I think it's cute and sweet and kind of like wholesome. But in the wrestling world, wholesome things don't go over so well. As much as I love it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
I think for me, it kind of lost something with her character for me specifically when they turned her babyface right after joining Alpha Academy. I think if she was a heel within Alpha Academy at that point in time, we would have been like, oh, okay, that's Maxxine Dupri. We all know who that is. But now it's just like, wait, who's that?
Yeah, it's a completely different person.
Yeah. Completely different.
Okay, well, we'll keep those 2 there. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, sorry, Maxxine, we love you, and we're like rooting for you. Natalya is up next.
Natalya for me, mic work. I'm sorry, but whenever she gives a promo, it just makes me laugh. Like I know it's not supposed to. Like when she's like screaming at people and she's like, I'm sorry. When I saw her versus Lola and they were doing the little like press conference thing before the street or the underground match, I could not help but laugh. Like I feel bad. I love watching Natalya. I think in ring, she's amazing. She gets a 3 for that character presentation. Gets a 3. I just want to see more from her. But on the mic, I'm sorry, I had to give her a 2.
Yeah, there's something like I think she brings like back in the day, like, you know, how they used to talk back in the day, like very over exaggerated and like kind of over the top type of acting. So I think that's what it is. I think that's what you're picking up on. It's kind of
Yeah.
like pushing pushing the envelope a little too much. So I feel like she does what she's supposed to, and that's how they taught them back then. You know, that's what they taught them. So I'll just say a 2 for right now, just because I don't feel like it's modern.
Nope.
I'll give her a 2.5. I don't know, 2.5, somewhere over there. But in ring, amazing. I just will never forget her match with Rhea. That was like the best I've seen her perform, like Natalia. And I don't know, it was just amazing. Like I've just never seen that. So I'll give her a 3. And then she just has to be a goat though, right? Because she's like been around for so long. I don't like her character right now. I'll say a 2. It's not that she doesn't have one. It's just it doesn't translate. It's one of those things where it doesn't translate very nicely.
Nope. It's not getting over well. So I give her, she's a star, definitely.
A star?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
just because she is such a veteran, I feel like it'd be wrong to put her in the leveling up category.
Okay.
But actually, no, put her in the leveling up category because she needs, there's room for improvement now that I'm looking at it. Like she needs, there's some, yeah.
It's
like,
Natalia though. I gave her a 7. I'm not that like bothered by her promos. I'm more so bothered by the squash matches she's in. And like that's not her though. That's booking, and we know she can wrestle. She has a wrestling studio, so
yeah.
I think she's a good wrestler. I think she's a star. I'm gonna leave her a star.
Just leave her there.
But these are our little criticisms. Is like this is what you do to. I think honestly she could be a GOAT because she's been around for so long, and she's definitely going into the Hall of Fame. Like I just know that. I know that's going to happen for her. But what about Scarlett?
Scarlett, I've never really seen her wrestle on the main roster unless it's with Carrion specifically. I don't think I've seen a singles match with her, but her mic work is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love her mic work. She definitely gets a 3 for that. Her character presentation, a 3. Even when she's apart from Karrion Kross, you know who she is. You know like what she's there to do. However, in ring, I need to see more, so I gave her a 2.
I gave her a 1 in ring.
Sorry, I meant 1. I gave her a 1 just because you don't really see. Yeah, I was looking at the number 2, but I meant to say 1. Yeah, I gave her a 1 for in ring just because the only really time I saw her wrestle was in the Indies.
Yeah, I haven't really seen her wrestle, so I know I'm a newer watcher, but I've never really seen her wrestle like that. So I gave her a 1 for in-ring because I just haven't seen her, but I'm sure she can. But I just feel like if you don't practice as much or you're not shown as much, you start to, like I said, losing some of that ability. You start losing, your joints start getting stiff. Like I just feel like you're just not as fluid. And so I'm just going to say 1 for right now. And then I gave her a 2 for character work. I feel like people are reducing her to, oh, she looks good in their group. Like, she's starting to lose some of her character, other than just being really beautiful. She's very beautiful, and she used to have like more of a presence in the group. Even when they would come out they would come out and she would distract the men or something. I love that because I was like, oh, that would be me. I was like, that would be me if I was a wrestler. I'd want to go out there and distract people with my beauty or so. Like, I love that she had that. But she's not even really doing that anymore. So overall, I'm giving her a 6. I think she's in the leveling up.
I agree.
But she could totally be a star. She just has something unique about her, but it's just not being presented in a way that is appealing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Zoey Stark.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, but she just does nothing for me. Okay, let me rephrase that. She I don't understand her character. I don't understand what it is. So for that, I'm going to give her a 1. Just like you said, if you don't understand it, then it's not really a character. I don't really understand it. Her in-ring work, I think, is great. I gave her a 3 for in-ring work. Mic work could use some work, so I gave her a 2.
Okay. I gave her 3s except for character work as well. I gave her a 1 on character because she has one of those things that's not translating well. I feel like she's going for the tough girl act, that type of character. It's just not translating very well. I feel like even the way she presents herself online recently has with the whole booty thing. Yeah.
Yep.
But that plays a part in your character. I mean, you're going on there as Zoey Stark. So, that's your social media presence. And I feel like social media can work with you or against you.
Yep.
So that is turning away fans, so they're kind of, I don't know. There's just something with her character that is not translating for people. So I gave her a 1, even though I like her character. I feel like her character is that tough girl act. It's just not translating enough for some reason. And then I think her in-ring ability is insane. She's insane. Like, we just don't get to see it as much. But she's strong, she's fast, and she jumps, and she does all these things. And her skills are crazy, crazy level. So 3 there for me. And then for promos, I actually gave her a 3 because I like how she talks. I like her little interactions with Shayna in the back. And sometimes sometimes she just stands there. She kind of reminds me of Solo a little bit because Solo just doesn't really speak that much. But when he does, everybody listens type of thing. It's kind of like that. She really doesn't talk that much. She's just kind of like, the tough girl act, so.
She's a star.
I kind of think she's a star, but I'm kind of with you on the leveling up. Are you in the leveling up?
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm in the leveling up with her. I have 6 for her right now. Okay. I think that she's phenomenal and she's great, but she needs more work.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with that. So that's why I'm agreeing with you on the leveling up, even though I know she has a lot of potential to be a star, and I think she will. Up next is her partner, Shayna.
Man, I love Shayna. I love that she now has a TikTok and she'll specifically tell people not to follow her. She's like, don't follow me. No. But I like the little thing that they're doing with her and Zoey, where Zoe's like has the picture, like has TikTok up and ready to go. And then there's Shayna. I'm just like, if this was a gimmick, I could get behind this, because it's like trying to get your like introvert friend to be an extrovert and just like be out there and be talking to people.
Yeah. Her promo where I feel like she struggles a little with promos. So maybe like a 2. But everything else 3s across the board. 3s.
Definitely.
I don't feel like she's a GOAT yet though. I don't know.
Put her in the star category just because in order for her to be a GOAT, she needs to have a bigger presence on the mic. Not necessarily like she needs to have more oomph in it. Like when she was in her feud with Liv Morgan, even when Liv was in that little sling thingy, that feud really caught my attention because you saw it between her and Shayna, and it really heated up after Liv called her the bootleg Ronda Rousey. Like you could see in her face that it legitimately pissed her off. So I was like, this. And then when she starts talking back, I was like, okay, this is what I need to see from her all the time.
Yeah, all the time, right. And I think that's a good point to make, is that this is about currently. I know we like to draw from the past a little bit sometimes, but currently this is how it feels, about around these characters. So I think she's star level. She's star level. She'll be a GOAT. She'll be a GOAT one day though. She will.
She's very close to being a GOAT, actually.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Zelina.
On mic gets a 3. Definitely. Yeah. In ring, a 3 as well.
Okay.
However, character for me, she's kind of getting lost behind LWO for me. She's very much so getting lost in the LWO for me. And that's why I have a feeling the next person to turn on Rhea is most likely going to be Zelina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with that, accompanied by Andrade, possibly. Just because you see, just currently speaking, you don't see a lot of Zelina unless she's with the LWO.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see her unless she's with them. Or now that they're having her lose matches to kind of build up that old Zelina, like Queen Zelina, like she was. When she was that persona, you knew who she was, mic work, in-ring, character presented, all phenomenal. But character for me right now with Zelina is she's just getting lost behind the LWO, and I need her, much like Electra, I need her to either push herself to the forefront of that group and have her run it instead of Rhea, because at this point, Rhea, you're losing team members left and right.
Poor Rhea.
Poor Rhea.
Poor Rhea. He's getting betrayed so bad.
Currently speaking with her character, I gave it a 2 just because she's very much so getting lost behind a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. I miss Queen Zelina.
Me
Or,
too.
she used to come out in her little crown and, like, what happened? So I gave her a 2 because I remembered that Zelina.
Yeah.
But you're right. I didn't think about that. You're right. She is getting lost in this group. And we don't really see her much anymore. So yeah, I could even teeter on that 1. I was kind of like going back and forth between 2 and 3 in the in-ring. But I know she has it in her to, pull out a 3. And then with promos a 3. She was like the queen of the mic. Everybody knows that. So definitely on that star level.
Definitely a star.
Maybe eventually GOAT level.
Maybe, yep. Like for me, I need her to keep that intensity because when she is heel, she draws so much. Even though she draws as a babyface right now, I think we need to see that heel Zelina in order to really wake the universe up and be like, hey, did forget about me? I think not.
Sure. Yeah. Zelina, we're rooting for you. Let's go. We can get to that GOAT level. Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. Last but not least, Rhea Ripley. So I included her, even though right now the Raw roster has like an empty slot. But I was like, obviously that's for Rhea, right? Like who else would, maybe we'll get Alexis one day, but we'll just do Rhea for right now. I'll let you take it.
So Mike, for me, Rhea is definitely a 3. In ring, she's a 3. In my opinion, that girl's a GOAT.
GOAT. GOAT level.
She is a GOAT.
Yes.
Because in her last promo, I felt the hate and disdain for Liv Morgan when she was talking. Like, I felt it. I was like, oh, that's why I even commented. I'm like, oh, she's mad. Like, she's not just mad. She's like mad. So I'm like, yes. 3 all across the board. For me, she's a GOAT in my opinion.
Well, you got to think too. In that last promo, she was giving up the title. So it's more than that, it's more than just being angry at Liv. It's like being angry at losing the title of the world, it's like, damn. But I know a lot of people think I don't care about Rhea, but I do care about Rhea. Yeah. And that's just for the record. I do think she's a great wrestler. She's a GOAT. And she will be a GOAT. Like she will be in the Hall of Fame. She will be doing all these things. Like, are you kidding? You see it? You guys see like everything that WWE does for her? Like, I think when I first started watching her last year, her promo work was a little rocky, a little shaky, okay? But it's kind of like, even if it's not perfect, her overall character, if you look at it as a whole, she's one of those characters that reaches multiple audiences. Obviously, she has Australia. It's like you reach another country and open up wrestling to another, country. That it's just a huge population. Then you think about the LGBT.
Oh yeah, she reached them.
She really did, and she brought a lot of women over. I don't know if they realize that, but I think they're starting to crack the code with Rhea, Because if you notice on with NXT, with the people they're bringing up, they're bringing people from like Romania.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but there's a Romanian woman that strong as hell, like looks insane. Okay. But I'm just thinking, like, if they keep pulling people from other countries, that only opens wrestling up even more and makes WWE even bigger. So they're kind of cracking the code with this. Through Rhea, they crack the code because they're like, well, Rhea was able to do it. She was able to reach her platform across multiple different audiences, and that's the key. That's the trick, is to be able to connect with not just one audience but multiple. So if it's the LGBT, if it's Australians, if it's the Americans, if it's Canadians, it's kind of like you have to find a way to attract or interest multiple different audiences. And I think Rhea does that perfectly. And that's why her character works. She's this dark, crazy, I don't know, out there like character that pulls in a lot of interest from people. Like the gothic.
Yeah.
And then her in-ring, her selling is phenomenal. Like, she's strong as hell. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. Promos are good. Everything. So there's my gratitude and appreciation for Rhea, y'all. I do appreciate her, and I think she's a GOAT. For sure. So let's go ahead and put her there.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm sorry, Bianca's first, though. All right, so 2, love you. Okay. So the surprise 2 that I have is Canary. Canary and Jazz Marie.
I'm crying.
What are our promo levels?
Okay. If we're talking strictly off of like what we talk about online, I'm gonna give myself a 3 for multiplying.
You will eat somebody up. You will choose someone down on social media. Do not play for Courtney. I might be a little nicer and give you the benefit of the doubt. Courtney will not. She will tear you down. Okay, do not mess with her.
If we're speaking like in ring, I'm gonna give myself a 2 just because I'm injured right now. So
okay,
I'm gonna be fair here, even though I still can kick ass, even injured. I know that. Character presentation, I think I'm presenting Canary as best I can. So I'm gonna give myself a 3 for that one.
Hey. So definitely a GOAT here, right? Or a star?
Star.
All right. Well, with Jazz Marie, what do you think of my promo? I think I'm a good talker. I said her sometimes.
You are. You're a great talker. On the mic, you're great. Your character
is definitely a 1.
Your character presentation of just you as a whole, phenomenal. I gave you a 3.
Oh, thank you. So we're definitely stars. We got to put ourselves as stars. We're technically GOATs, but we got to be unbiased here, you guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
Super unbiased.